Now, the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, has launched with immediate effect Operation Thunderbolt 2020. This operation is aimed at mitigating the effect of the spillage of the Bagre Dam. NADMO says reports available to it indicate a rapid rise in water levels of the dam as compared to the same period last year. Let me bring you details of that statement issued by the organization. And it says that the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, following its standing agreement with its partners, Thunderbolt, the agency responsible for the management of the Bagre and Kompenga dams in Burkina Faso, has gotten a report that due to the rate of rise in water levels of the two dams, the authorities of Thunderbolt have decided to begin the spillage of the two dams. The current levels of the dam as of today, 5th August, this was yesterday, 2020, is 127.41 meters, with a rate of rise at 38.5% as against 28.66% same period last year. It continues to say that the level of the Bagre Dam as of today being 234.62 meters, with its rate of rise at 94.42% as against 60.58% same period last year. Due to the rapid rise in the water level of the Bagre Dam, the opening of the dam valves may be effected as soon as the level reaches 234.75 meters, and that may happen any day between yesterday, that's the 5th of August 2020, and Monday, the 10th of August 2020. Due to the possible effect of the spillage of the two dams on areas downstream the White Volta, some communities along the river are likely to be affected, as in flooding, and NADMO will want such communities to be on the alert and prepare themselves for the spillage and its impact on them and the activities. We urge them to move to higher grounds and safe havens in all such affected communities, and that it gives a breakdown of the areas that will be affected and how it intends to engage the communities. Let's go onto the phone lines now. We've been joined by George AC, who is the National Communications Director of NADMO, but we also have on the line my colleague Albert Sorry, who is in the Upper East region. Let me start with you, Albert. Can you just paint the picture for us? Last year, you were on this beat almost every year. You bring to us the report on the Bagre Dam. Tell us what has changed since last year.
Right. So the last time we had very serious flooding as far as the spillage of the Bagre Dam is concerned was in 2018. Last year there was some spillage, but it wasn't so much to cause any destruction. But this year the warning again has come, and usually when you look at Bagre, the maximum rise in the dam usually is the 334 that they spoke about in the statement. Usually when it gets there, you get a lot of water. And then because of rains also in this part of the country, when they spill the dam and the water comes from Burkina Faso to add up to what the rains have already, brought into this part of the country, then that is where you usually would have floods. Now, I've been talking to some of the farmers that I've interviewed in the past. And yesterday, one of them told me that, in fact...
Yes, sorry about that, Albert. So that's my colleague Albert, sorry there. Albert trying to get himself composed for this update. But Albert has been speaking to some of the farmers who were affected by this 2 years ago, and they've been speaking to you. Albert, if you're ready, we can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry about that. So I was saying that for the farmers, they were hearing about it for the first time as far as this year's village is concerned. When I called them, the statement came out just yesterday evening. So it will take maybe the rest of today for the information to get to them. Now, what happens with Bagre spillage in the Upper East region is that now because of the spillages in the past, you no longer have people who live in the waterways. What happens is that these farmers continue to go every year to do their farming in the waterways because, one, those are the only lands that they have, and two, they say that the soils there are very fertile and they have nowhere else to farm. So you are still going to have farms that will be destroyed if the water from the spillage is so much. So most likely there won't be destruction to homes in particular, but then we could have a lot of acres of farmlands destroyed.
Okay. Albert, thank you very much for that update. Let's speak quickly to the Communications Director of NADMO, George AC. George, Mr. AC, the concern is that, is it not too late? Because you're saying that you could spill the dam anytime from now. Do the people have enough time to relocate? What is the strategy?
Yeah, thank you. You know, I told you, as you read, we are in constant communication with our partners in Burkina Faso. And so as when they update us with the rate of rise, then we minded to inform or relay the information to the people who live along the banks. And so, yes, I don't think it's too late. We've relayed it. It's good your reporter is saying, you know, as of the time he called some of the people, they have just had the issue. And we are happy you are using your platform to help us relay the information to the people down there directly. So, yes, we are dispatching our men. As you read, Operation Thunderbolt has been launched. Our Deputy Director General, Abu Ramadan, is leading a team to the place. They are going to base in Tamale and Bogatanga, and then they reach out to sensitize the communities and then give our men some training on how to assist the people to evacuate their properties and things. But I was happy to hear your reporter saying most of the people's buildings are no more closer to the banks of the river and not to waterways, which may be directly affected. But they are farm produce and then cattle and goats and co may. So those ones must be helped to move them to higher grounds and safer places. So that is good. And another one, farm produce, if millet, maize, and others, if they are ripe or they are mature for harvesting, this information is going to prompt them to go fast to begin harvesting before the spillage is done so that they don't lose all their harvest.
Mr. AC, that's all time will allow us for now. Thank you very much. We'll return to you for more on this as and when the story develops. That's George AC. He's the Communications Director for NADMO. And you're watching News Text with me, Ernest Meaning.